Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
And Chag Sameach.
Chag Sameach.
It is my pleasure to welcome you to Temple Emeth and to our Shabbat and our festival service for Simchat Torah. Normally, when I start a service, I welcome you to the Rabbi Louis J. Siegel Sanctuary, but if you can see closely, we are not in the Rabbi Louis J. Siegel Sanctuary tonight. We are in our social hall because for the first time since the pandemic, we are celebrating Simchat Torah here in the social hall because this will give us the chance to dance with the Torahs the way that we have become accustomed to at Temple Emeth. And so I welcome you here to our social hall and to our service. And let me tell you that if you are joining us on live stream, we have 3 cameras set up in this room. We hope that the right camera will be on at the right time, but go with it because it's something new for us. And also, if you're watching us on live stream, then you need a copy of this book, Mishkan Tefillah for Youth. If you have a copy at home, now is the time to bring it to your computer or to your device so that you can follow along with each and every page and song and prayer number of our service. Page, number, song, and prayer in our service. And here in the social hall, we have lots of we have copies of Mishkan Tefillah for Youth in the corner. I think there's one left. You can fight over it. And so hopefully everyone has access to a copy, even if you're sharing with the person next to you. So we have a lot of great things in store for tonight. We're going to say our festival prayers. We are going to dance with the Torah. We're going to hear the last words of the Torah. We're going to hear the first words of the Torah. We are going to honor some important young people in the congregation. We're going to hear from Eitz Chaim, our junior choir. And when it's all over, we will unveil and partake in Temple Emeth's legendary candy bar oneg. Yes, that's why I did not want you eating brownies before the service, is because we have candy waiting for you after the service. So, our service is going to begin this evening with the lighting of our festival candles. The lighting of our festival candles is found near the back of Mishkan Tefillah for Youth on page 154. And our honoree, oops, I didn't light your starting candle, Cindy, so sorry. Our honoree to light our Shabbat and festival candles is Cindy Simon. Okay, and we can start, yes, read first and then light.
Okay. These lights are only flickering flames, yet flames illumine our uncertain steps. Flames purify and renew, soften and refine. They brighten and make warm. Flames remind of a Sabbaths long past and of their beauty that delighted our hearts. May they inspire us to work for a great Sabbath of peace.
Okay, now you can light the candles.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat v'shel Yom Tov.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat v'shel Yom Tov.
We continue now with our festival Kiddush, which is found also near the back of Mishkan Tefillah for Youth, beginning on page 155, and then it's long. It goes on to page 156. And Temple member Judy Disler is going to offer an opening reading and then the first line of the Kiddush.
Like wine, Shabbat is sweet. We lift this cup to celebrate the love of family and the joy of living. We sing the Kiddush and taste the wine to remind us that Shabbat is a day of sweetness and love. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri hagafen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri hagafen.
Please rise.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'am v'romemanu mikol lashon v'kiddishanu b'mitzvotav v'titen lanu Adonai Eloheinu be'ahava Shabbatot limnucha u'modim l'simcha chagim uzmanim l'sason et yom ha'shabbat hazeh v'et yom chag Hashmini chag hatzeret hazeh zman simchatenu mikra kodesh zecher litziat mitzrayim kibanu b'charta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat u'moadei kodeshecha be'ava u'ratzon v'simcha u'sason v'hinchaltanu baruch atah Adonai mikadesh hashabbat v'Yisrael ve'hazamanim.
L'chaim. Sit. Shabbat shalom. We remain standing at this time for the Baruch Hu. The Baruch Hu is found in Mishkan Tefillah for Youth on page 22.
Mevarach le'olam ba'ed. Ha-mevarach, ha-mevarach ba'ed.
We remain standing as we turn to page 29. Since this is a holiday that celebrates the Torah, it seemed appropriate at this time to offer a reading that shows how important the Torah is to the Jewish people. So please read with me at the top of page 29. God, you gave us the Torah to show that you love us. May it always be a friend at our side. The Torah is our teacher. It tells us what is right and what is wrong. It shows us how to live good lives. Be with us always when we study Torah. Be with us always as we try to live good lives. We praise you, eternal God, who gave the Jewish people the Torah. It is your special gift to us. It is the gift of your love. We turn at this time to pages 34 and 35, the yellow pages with the big blue shin, and we join together in the Shema.
Adonai echad, Shema Elohei. Echad, Baruch. Ba'ed, Baruch Shem Ki.
Please be seated. We turn now to page 37. And we read together in English. How do we love God? We love God when we do good deeds each day. Help us, God, to show you our love in every way. How do we love God with all our hearts? We love God with all our hearts when we love other people. Help us, God, to respect everyone, to speak kind words, to listen well. How do we love God with all our minds? We love God with all our minds when we study Torah. Help us, God, to learn your Torah. How do we love God with all our strength? We love God when we share what we have. Helping others is the way we love God with all our strength. Help us, God, to be people who give tzedakah. Eternal our God, we want to show you we love you through all our deeds. May our love make the world a better place, the kind of world you meant it to be when you created us. We turn now to page 38, and we join together in singing Mi Chamocha.
Ya bye 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 ya bye 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 ya bye 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 bim bam ya bye 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 ya bye 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 bye. Nedar bakod narati lota bye 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 ya bye bye bim bam ya bye 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 ya bye bye bim bam ya bye 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 ya bye bye bim bam ya bye 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 bim bam malchutcha ra'u baneh bokei hayom lifnei Moshe ze Eli anu be'amiru Adonai Deolam Vayde ya bye 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 ya bye bye bim bam bye 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 ya bye bye bim bam ya bye 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 ya bye bye bim bam ya bye 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 ya bye bye bim bam ונאמר כי פר אדוני את יעקב לא מתחזק ממנו ברכת אדוני גאל ישראל.
Amen. We continue now with the tefillah. The tefillah is found beginning on page 46 of Mishkan Tefillah for Youth. Please rise if you are able for the tefillah.
Adonai sipatai titachu fi yagi tehilatecha Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avoteinu ve'imotenu Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak ve'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel ve'Elohei Leah Ha'el hagadol hagibor v'hanora El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim V'Konei Hakol, Zocher Chasdei Avot V'Imahot, Mevi Gula Livnei B'neihem, Leman Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Hozer, Moshiach Magen, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'Ezrat Sarah.
We turn to page 51 and we read together in English. We are mighty like God when we help other people. We are powerful like God when we make peace in our families. We are strong like God when we feed the poor. We are great like God when we care for the sick. We are awesome like God when we help people to be free. We are amazing like God when we take care of our earth. O God, as we remember all the heroic things you do, we promise to try to be like you. Baruch atah Adonai michayei hakol. Please be seated. We take a moment now for silent prayer. Readings for this period of silence are found in Mishkan Tefillah for Youth on pages 62 and 63, or you can just take this time to offer the prayer of your heart. It is my pleasure at this time to invite forward the sweet singers of Eitz Chaim. They have prepared a special Simchat Torah song for us called Torah Li. And so I would like to invite them. Eitz Chaim, come stand right here in front of this microphone.
Where do I sing?
Right there. Words up for them if you want.
How's this?
Well, you could block me a little bit, but like, can you
Everybody take
down
2 steps closer to Tom.
down there?
No, not closer to the microphone, closer to Tom.
That's right.
Tom's to your left. Yes, move to the left, to the left, to the left.
Anybody taller people want to come back?
Okay, and okay,
You good? What else?
okay, and maybe it's a very strong microphone, so take half a step back toward me, a little bit farther away from the microphone. And you see how Emma's got your words there?
No, we do it all twice. We do it all twice. We do it all twice. Yeah, we do that, and then that, and then that, and then that. Because they're going to want a lot of it.
Dance with the Torah and sing out a song. Dance with the Torah and sing all day long. Torah, Torah Sheli. Torah li, Torah li, Torah Sheli. Torah li, Torah li, Torah Sheli. Torah, Torah Sheli.
Dance with it.
Dance with the Torah and sing out a song. Dance with the Torah and sing all day long. Torah, Torah Sheli. Torah li, Torah li, Torah Sheli. Torah li, Torah li, Torah Sheli. Torah, Torah Sheli. Torah Sheli. Torah Sheli.
Great job, thank you, and Yasher Koach to Eitz Chaim. You may be seated. So Eitz Chaim, over the last 4 weeks or so, Eitz Chaim has had a holiday unit. They've rehearsed 3 times, only holiday music, and then they have sung on Rosh Hashanah, on Yom Kippur, on Sukkot, and now today on Simchat Torah. And so this marks the end of their holiday unit, and that means a couple of things. First of all, Eitz Chaim parents, you need to register for our next unit. I will send you a text, but just because you've done this first holiday unit does not mean that you are... Don't pull on that.
Thank you so much.
Does not mean that you are in the clear, parents. I'll text you the little. It'll take you 30 seconds, a little registration form, so that Guy at Temple Sinai knows that you are continuing in Eitz Chaim. The other thing is that Eitz Chaim usually goes from K to 7, and then our 7th graders in June of their 7th grade year, they retire from Eitz Chaim. But one of our young singers tonight, you might have noticed him as the tallest one, came out of retirement in order to support the younger kids for this unit. And so, yes, round of applause. I wanted to say his name, though. So round of applause for Xander Zaretsky, who is now actually gets to retire from Eitz Chaim. Okay, so now I would like to talk about what is going to happen next. A few things are going to happen kind of simultaneously. When I say so, we are going to clear the chairs from the dance floor and move them basically to the 2 sides of the social hall. That's one thing that will happen. Another thing that will happen is that Jill Cantor is going to hand a flag to any child or adult who would like a Simchat Torah flag. I think we have enough for anyone who wants a flag. And volunteers who would like to hold the Torah and dance with the Torah are going to be able to come up and do that. But for us to plan out the music and the dancing properly, I need to know who wants to hold a Torah. And before you volunteer, let me tell you a little bit about holding the Torah. So first of all, our Temple Emeth policy is that to hold the Torah, you have to have two qualifications. You have to be at least 13 years old, and you have to be Jewish to hold the Torah. And next, you should know that I took all the silver off of all the Torahs. So if you're worried that the Torah is too heavy because you've held the Torah with all the silver on, you should know it's about 1/3 lighter tonight because the silver is not on it. And so if you were like on the fence about whether it was too heavy, give it a shot. Okay, the worst that happens is that you do what we call in the business a Torah handoff. And before the dancing is over, you give it to me or to another temple member who meets those requirements, etc. Okay, so I need to know now how many people would like to hold the Torah while we're dancing, because we're going to then divvy up the music. Okay, you have to be 13 or older. All right, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, if I just pointed at you, you'll be the first hakafa, the first 6 I just pointed to, and you can put your hands down if I just pointed to you. Okay, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Did I point to you yet? 12. Okay, you're gonna, if you're 7 through 12, you're gonna be the second hakafa, and 7 through 12, you can put your hands down. Okay, raise your hand if I've not pointed at you yet. I feel like I didn't point at you yet, Cindy. Okay, 13. Now I need 5 more people. Okay, 14, 15. Okay, we'll get the last 3 people. You can repeat, or if you get inspired by the first people, you can volunteer at the very end for the third hakafa. Okay, so you know what to do with the chairs. The prayer books you can just leave on the chairs. You know how to get a flag, and we know the first 6 people coming up for Torahs. So I think we're ready to now transition to our hakafot and our dancing.
So does the music ever stop during this whole thing? It stops after each one, right? Each one, each group, and then we restart with those. Right, but there's something that has to be between during quiet.
Why are you bringing it the far way? You bring it the close.
During the silence, okay. And then, right. Gotcha. I'm new to this fucking business.
Okay, I need Torah holders 1 through 6 to come to the front. Torah holders 1 through 6.
Sure, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Thank you. I didn't realize I was in the first one.
Oh, and then you volunteered for the third one? I think you're in both, yeah.
I wasn't looking at you when you pointed.
So she's got the Shema and Echad before we do anything else.
Yes, you're going later. I counted you, but I didn't count you for the first 6.
All right, it's been a while. Thank you, Rabbi.
Okay, so now let's set you up shoulder to shoulder. Amanda, take a step or 2 back so you're shoulder to shoulder with Michael. Rachel, come stand shoulder to shoulder with Amanda. Stu, come stand shoulder to shoulder with Rachel. Okay, and so what will happen is that the Torahs walk into the middle of the dance floor, and then everybody else marches or dances or waves your flags around the Torahs once they make it there. They kind of walk around first. You can follow me. Okay.
But we're going to do Shema first.
Yes, we have a couple of things to do first. So we're on page 141, if anyone still has a prayer book left. And I read, Torah is a closed book until it is read with an open heart. House of Israel, great and small, open your heart to the words of Torah. Torah sanctifies life. It teaches us how to be human and holy. House of Israel, near and far, cherish the eternal sign of God's love.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shema, Gadol Adonai iti,
Okay, follow me.
Ana Adonai Hoshiana. Ana Adonai Hatzikana. Ana Adonai Aneinu Biyom Kareinu. Ay 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 Aneinu Aneinu Biyom Kareinu. Aneinu Biyom Kareinu. Aneinu Aneinu Biyom Kareinu. Aneinu Biyom
Let's stay in
Kareinu.
the middle. Okay, and kids and everyone else, you can dance around the Torah.
David, Melech Yisrael, V'kayam. David 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 Melech, Melech Yisrael. David Melech, Melech Yisrael. David Melech, Melech Yisrael. Melech Yisrael, Chai v'kayam. Siman, Siman Tov. David Melech, Melech Yisrael, Chai v'kayam. Siman, Siman Tov.
Okay, Torah's back up to the front, please. And inviting up everyone who is 7 through 12. If I pointed at you and numbered you 7 through 12, come on up and take a Torah from someone who is numbered 1 through 6. Here, Stu. All right, great. Michael, you can give yours to Xander. Larry, you can give yours to Thomas.
That's better.
Let's see, Horace, you can give yours to Rebecca. Okay, stay right here. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Here, let's rest it right on your shoulder. Okay,
We're
great.
doing now the second.
New person, new person, new person, new person, new person, new person. Okay, new people. Line up shoulder to shoulder right here. Okay, let me say something to all the people not holding Torahs. Now you see how easy it is to do a little marching or a little bit of flag waving. I am holding out my own dancing to inspire you until the third Hakafa. Because like some of you, I am not much of a dancer. But we are establishing a social contract right now that if I dance, you must all dance also. But not yet. Okay, I think we're ready. Second Hakafa.
Elohei Aruchot Hoshiana Bochein Levavot Hatzlichana Goel Chazak Aneinu Biyom Kareinu Ay 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 Aneinu Aneinu Biyom Kareinu Aneinu Aneinu Biyom Kareinu Aneinu Aneinu Biyom Kareinu Aneinu Aneinu Biyom Kareinu Sisu et Yerushalayim Gilu HaKol Avei Sisu et Yerushalayim Gilu Kol Avei Sisu et Yerushalayim Gilu Kol Avei Sisu et Yerushalayim Gilu Kol Avei Achomotayich Yedavid Gadti Shomrim Kol Hayom V'Kol Halayla Achomotayich Yedavid Gadti Shomrim Kol Hayom V'Kol Halayla Kol Halayla Sisu et Yerushalayim Kiluva Kol Havei Sisu et Yerushalayim Kiluva Kol Havei.
Okay, Torah's back to the front, please. Torah's back to the front.
Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am
Okay,
Yisrael
we had
Chai. Am
Cindy.
Yisrael, Am Yisrael,
And who
Am
else?
Yisrael
And
Chai.
time?
Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai. Oh Davinu Chai, oh Davinu Chai.
You can get to that.
Oh Davinu Chai, oh Davinu Chai, oh Davinu Chai. Oh Davinu, oh Davinu, oh Davinu Chai.
Okay. Are there two more people who saw how much fun it is and want to take these last two Torahs? Because, Josh and Kevin. Josh and Kevin. It's
Cowboy
just
Larry,
holding
he's
the
not
Torahs.
just for Purim anymore.
Okay, because I can't do the whole social contract with the dancing thing if I'm holding a Torah. Here they come. Here they come. Because the Torah is a joy, and sometimes it is also an obligation. All right. So, let's see here. Josh.
I'm giving to somebody.
Kevin. Okay. Stand shoulder to shoulder right here along the edge of the dance floor. Okay, this is the third and final Hakafa. Okay, so Emma, for this one, you can bring it closer to the cantor. They want to see the cantor singing for this one. So you can bring that in. Okay. All right, third and final Hakafa. That's
Now my mother's in Florida. Why is she wearing glasses? Because I
You
can't
look
see the words. That's
very
why.
intelligent cantor. Okay.
Dovet Tzedakah.
Okay, Rebecca, follow me, single file. Rebecca, then Josh, follow Rebecca, then Kevin, then Amanda. Okay. Oh, sorry, you weren't following me because I fell behind. Here we go.
Vatik v'chasid anenu b'yom kareinu ay 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 anenu anenu b'yom Koreinu. Havanagila, Havanagila, Havanagila benismecha. Havanagila, Havanagila, Havanagila benismecha. Havaniranina, Havaniranina, Havaniranina benismecha. Havaniranina, Havaniranina, Havaniranina benismecha. Achim, urachim, v'nisameach, urachim, v'nisameach, urachim, v'nisameach, urachim, v'nisameach, urachim, v'nisameach. Havanagila, Havanagila, Havanagila benismecha. Havanagila, Havanagila, Havanagila benismecha. Havaniranina, Havaniranina, Havaniranina benismecha. Havaniranina, Havaniranina, Havaniranina benismecha. Achim, urachim, v'nisameach, urachim, v'nisameach, urachim, v'nisameach, achim, v'nisameach, urachim, urachim, v'nisameach.
Okay, Torah people, meet me up here by the table, and I will take your Torahs from you. Hello.
We have 6 Torahs. As many people as they need. I know. I did too.
Wait, I'm missing 2 Torahs. Oh, they're posing. Pose with the Torah and sing out a song. Pose with the Torah and sing all day long. Okay, listen up, everybody. Shh. So here's what's going to happen next. Again, a number of things can happen at once. When I say go, we're going to return the flags to Jill. She's going to put them in the box for next year. And then, if you would like a front row or second row seat to the reading of the Torah, we're going to move the Torah reading table right here to the middle of the dance floor. However, you can put your chairs sort of here. You can also stand, but you can also drag your chair back to over here or along the side of the dance floor so you have a better view than way out on the side where it is right now. And then we're also going to move the Torah reading table to the middle so everyone has a good view. Okay, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Yeah, okay, excuse us. Here comes the Torah table. Okay, right there is good. You can put this anywhere. Yes, but did you send also to Marianne?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yes.
I responded.
Okay, so I got it. I'll make sure. Yes, I'll make sure that she got it also. Thank you. Just one empty chair and put it like right here where you're standing. Okay, Pauline, take the cover off. Thank you. I promised Eitz Chaim, and I delivered. I promised dancing, and we did that together. And now it is time to read the last few verses of the Torah. The story of the Torah ends. The story of the Torah ends with the end of the life of Moses. Moses has spent 40 years leading these people. It has not always been easy. Sometimes they were very cooperative, like when they sang at the shore of the sea, and sometimes they were rebellious and stubborn. And Moses got a little impatient with them, but he made it with them all the way to the border of the Promised Land. And now Moses dies outside the Promised Land, and he has spent the last few chapters of the Torah giving them his advice. But now we read about the final verses of Torah are about the death of Moses and how Joshua will take his place and how God is the one who buries him. So it is our Temple Emeth custom to invite everyone who had a bar mitzvah since last Simchat Torah to come and have a group aliyah. There are 5 young men who qualify, 3 of whom are here tonight. So I invite Josh Gomez and Kevin Nagin and Xander Zaretsky to come up. They didn't disappear. No, they're here. They're here. This is the part that they knew was going to happen, as opposed to the part we roped them into a moment ago. All right. So this is the blessing. Xander, you can... Oh, sorry. I forgot about... And the thing is, one could ask, how can anyone forget Thomas? And yet, sorry. Okay, so Thomas, come stand, as a consolation, you get to stand right next to me. You get to correct all my Hebrew. All right. Now... okay, so now the 4 of you are going to do this in unison. And remember, let them do their part, and you repeat their part. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Baruch hu et Adonai hamvorach. Baruch Adonai hamvorach leolam va'ed. Repeat this. Baruch Adonai hamvorach leolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai, noten ha'torah. Amen. Okay, Thomas, put your hand right there. Great. Amen. Vayamot sham Moshe eved Adonai be'eretz Moav al pi Adonai vayikbor oto v'gai be'eretz Moav mul beit peor v'lo yada ish et kavurato ad hayom hazeh uMoshe ben mea ve'esrim shana b'moto lo kahata eno v'lo naslecho vayivku b'nei Yisrael et Moshe ba'arvot Moav shloshim yom vayitmeu yemei vechi evel Moshe v'Yoshua bin Nun malei ruach chochma ki samach Moshe et yadav alav Vayishmeu elav b'nei Yisrael v'ya'asu ka'asher tziva Adonai et Moshe v'lo kam navi od b'Yisrael k'Moshe asher yida'o Adonai panim el panim lechol ha'otot v'hamoftim asher shalacho Adonai la'asod be'eretz Mitzrayim lefar'o ulechol avadav ulechol artso Ulechol hayad hachazaka, ulechol hamorah hagadol, asher asa Moshe le'enei kol Yisrael. And we join together now in the words that we recite when we finish a book of the Torah. They mean strength, strength, and may we be strengthened. Chazak, chazak, v'nit chazek. Okay, guys, we're going to do the blessing afterwards in unison now. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai notein haTorah. Amen. Now come stand right behind the Torah so that everybody out on live stream universe can see all 4 of you. Thomas, who is unforgettable. Kevin, Josh, and Xander. Stand shoulder to shoulder so that everyone watching on that laptop can see you out in live stream world. And now we can say to you, Mazel Tov one last time on your bar mitzvah, and Yasher Koach. Okay, you may be seated. And we are ready to lift the first Torah. And so I am happy to lift the first Torah, and I need a volunteer to dress the Torah. It's much easier without the silver. It's the belt and the cover. And if you think that's too much, you can bring up a partner, and one of you can do the belt, and the other one can do the cover. And you don't need to be 13 for this job, as long as you can follow directions. Okay. All right, Olivia and Aria, come on up. All right. Okay, so you're going to hold that. You have to wrap it around with the Velcro nice and tight. Okay. Okay, Aria, this is for you. Okay.
Just like he's giving it to you, open like that. There you go.
Okay, and
that's it. And stay right there for a minute, okay?
Okay, and Ariana, you have an important job too, because this is technically the dressing, but Galila, the Hebrew word for dressing, literally means the rolling. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit in that chair, and the Torah is going to be like open like this. I'm going to need you to grab the tops of it and roll it tight, because if you don't roll it tight, then she can't put the belt on it. Okay, this is going to be teamwork. Torah teamwork. Okay, please rise as we lift the first Torah. Okay, Ariana, start rolling, just like the kids are showing. Right around the middle, right around the middle. Okay, we have to do the... Excellent. Okay, great. Now lift this up and over. Okay, great. There we go. All right, great. Good way to put it down. Okay. Ariana, you did such a good job. Take the cover off. Great. You can rest it right on the chair there. Okay, the most important part of having an honor is shaking the rabbi's hand like he's your best friend in the world. Olivia? No, shake that. Best friend. Okay. Nice work. You may be seated. Okay, so now we've heard the end of the story of the Torah. It is time to hear the beginning. And let me double check that I haven't skipped anything. I did skip something. So we are going to hear the beginning of the Torah in just a second. But before we do that, we would like to offer a special blessing for every child here in the sanctuary, in the social hall. And this is a once-a-year thing, but because of the pandemic, this is a once-in-4 years thing where you get the blessing, the Simchat Torah blessing, under the Temple Emeth chuppah. And so I would like to invite forward our 4 chuppah-holding honorees to meet me at the stairs here. Okay, there's our 4th one. Okay, so Michael, you've got that one, but don't pick it up yet. And Stacy, you have this one, don't pick it up yet. Marcia, walk around here. Marcia, you have this one. And, right. And Amanda, you have this one. Okay, so, so Marcia and Amanda, you're going to go first. Okay, slowly. Good. Okay, then Stacy and Michael follow. Great. Now follow me over here. Okay, Amanda, you're right at the edge. And Marcia, you're right at the edge. And Michael, and there we go. And now spread out this way. Michael and Stacy take a step away from each other. Marcia and Amanda take a step away from each other. That's how it's done. Nice job. Okay. And now I'd like to invite all children of every age, from the Victoria age all the way up to the Cooper and Aria Zaretsky age, and anyone in between. Are there any children? And you know what? They've made such a good effort that our teens, we have some teens here, so Maya and Josh and Kevin and Thomas, who I remembered this time, and okay, and where's Emma? Is Emma under here too? All right, so there's a special Simchat Torah blessing, which for those of you who still have prayer books, is on page 168. Okay, and where's the cantor? I'm sure she'll be back in just enough time. Okay. May you know God as Abraham our father did and face your trials with dignity. Like our mother Sarah, may you be gracious and kind to those who pass your way. May you be gentle as Isaac and as determined as Rebekah. Like Jacob, may you be dedicated and conscientious in all you set out to do. May you be blessed as Leah was blessed with a close and loving family. And like Rachel, may you radiate warmth from your soul to everyone whose life touches yours. And now the cantor and I would like to offer this blessing for all of you. May God bless you and keep you. May God's light shine down upon you, and may God be gracious to you. May God's Spirit lift you up, and may God give you shalom, the gift of peace, now and always. And let us all say, Amen. Let's pause and everybody face Barbara. Olivia, come over here so that Barbara, go stand by the cantor so that Barbara can see you and you'll get in the picture. Stand in front of the cantor. There we go. And Aria, stand right next to Olivia. And other Aria, just make sure you're not hidden by the cantor. You see, Barbara's right there. So you just, there, I think that's as good as we get, Barbara. Okay, and all of our children may be seated, and it is my pleasure to call upon Emma Foyer to come stand next to me, because Emma left? Emma left. Okay, then. So that's too bad, because Emma has, yes, you can stay, Rebecca. So I would instead, so the reason I called on Emma was because Emma was in last year's confirmation class, but evidently she was on a tight time frame, and so it is, right, and Rebecca didn't get to do this, because, at least not in the social hall, because we were still coming out of the pandemic. So if there is anyone who was ever confirmed at Temple Emeth, no matter how old or young you may be, come on up. And we're done with the chuppah, so you can bring the chuppah back to the stairs. Be careful around the candles. And yes, at any age, Kate, if you and we'll go through and we'll say what year you were confirmed. The year that you were confirmed is, in most cases, your high school graduation date minus 2 years, because you do it after junior year. Okay, Kate, what year were you confirmed?
2015.
And what year were you confirmed, Rebecca?
2022.
And Tammy doesn't want to admit what year she was confirmed. Okay. Okay, and here comes Dan Kirsch. What year were you confirmed?
1986.
All right. You were confirmed here. Yeah, what year?
2013.
2013. All righty. Okay, so now we are going to hear the opening verses of the Torah, the very beginning of the creation of the universe, as God created something out of nothing. And so, Tammy, why don't you put your hand right there, and I'm going to put this down here, and okay, here. Well, you can look over my shoulder. If you all look over my shoulder, you'll get in the thing. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Baruch hu et Adonai hamvorach, Baruch Adonai hamvorach leolam va'ed, Baruch Adonai hamvorach leolam va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato, Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. Amen, amen. Bereshit bara Elohim et hashamayim ve'et haaretz, ve'haaretz haita tohu vavohu, ve'choshech al penei tahom, ve'ruach Elohim mirachefet al penei hamayim. Vayomer Elohim yihi or, vayhi or, vayar Elohim et haor ki tov, Vayavdel Elohim bein haor uvein hachoshech. Vayikra Elohim laor yom v'lachoshech kara laila. Vayhi erev vayhi voker yom echad. Okay, afterwards now. 1, 2, 3. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torat emet, v'chaye olam nata b'tochenu, Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. Amen. Okay, thank you, confirmands of previous years. You may be seated, and so now is the time when we dedicate the most recent confirmation gift. And so during her confirmation process, Emma and I took a walk around the building. We didn't have a big budget, but we wanted something nice that would beautify the building. And we stood looking at the beautiful stained glass Noah's Ark window that's in the hallway. And then we looked down and we saw some tiny little plants in plastic pots. And Emma said we could do better. And so we worked with Sue Kirsch, our house chair, who just moved away last week. We miss her a lot. And Sue came up with these beautiful plants, one of which has a very tall bloom, and they're in nice ceramic pots. And if you're watching on live stream, you can see them right now. And if you're here in the social hall, you can see them when you walk out of the building. It's on the right side, the two plants, one of them with the really long bloom, and that is the gift that Emma's class gave. And so we thank Emma and her family very much for offering that gift to us in honor of her confirmation. Okay, we are going to, it's customary, it's a little weird because it's not right in front of you, but it's customary to respond when I say we have a great gift. So, I think you know what to say. We have this wonderful gift of plants and ceramic pots. It's great. What do you say? Ooh. Yeah, you knew what to say. All right, we are going to continue now with the lifting of the second Torah. Now, this was pre-assigned by the ritual committee, so I'd like to invite up Terry Binder. Terry's still here, right? Yes. Terry wasn't listening, but she's still here. Okay, so when you lift the first Torah, the Devarim Torah, it's good to be right-handed, which I am. When you lift the Bereshit Torah, it's good to be left-handed, which I am not. But I've been, what's going to happen is, in a second they're all going to stand. I'm going to lift the Torah. I'm going to head for that chair. The cantor's going to do her expert rolling job. She has to do it by herself this time because Olivia's not going to be helping her this time. But she's going to do the expert rolling job, and then you're going to put the belt around, and then after the belt, you will do the cover. Please rise.
V'zot haTorah asher sam Moshe lifnei bnei Yisrael.
Nice and tight. The Velcro, just like our ancestors did. please remain standing. And we are moving to our closing prayers. So if you still have a copy of Mishkan Tefillah for Youth, please turn to page 130 for the Aleinu. Now, usually, everyone in the pews in the sanctuary stays facing the same direction. The cantor and I turn around. But the idea is we all face east. So for today, the cantor and I get to face the same direction, and all of you get to turn around and face east for the Aleinu.
עלינו לשבח לדון הכל לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית שלא עשנו כגויי הרצון ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה שלא שם חלקנו כהם וגורר עלינו ככל עמונם ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא.
You may face toward the podium again. In fact, you may even be seated as we continue on page 131.
ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו 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 אחד.
We continue at this time on page 132 for a reading to introduce the Mourner's Kaddish. There are stars up above so far away we only see their light long, long after the star itself is gone. And so it is with people that we love. Their memories keep shining ever brightly, though their time with us is done. But the stars that light up the darkest night, these are the lights that guide us. As we live our days, these are the ways we remember. This Shabbat, we remember those for whom we're in the Shloshim 30-day period of mourning. Gilda Mintz, a member of Temple Emeth. Barbara Chittum, a member of Temple Emeth and wife of Rick Chittum. John Skelfo, brother-in-law of Sharon Friedson. Marilyn Schwartz, mother of Ellen Schwartz. Guillermo Herrera, remembered by Abby Schlechtman. Ardith Stimson, remembered by Lisa Eig. Carol Beagle, aunt of Alyssa Sandler. We remember as well those whose yahrzeits occurred this week. Lydia Adler, Joyce Rosenberg Becker, Naomi Berman, Saul Bresnick, Lucy Brody, Edith Siegel Dickstein, Estelle Doran, Max Eig, Isidore Foyer, Richard Fisher, Frank Keever Fox, Irma Goldberg Klein, Howard Goldstein, Bessie Goodman, Michael Goodman, Norman Grossman, Matilda Handler, Rita Hansman, Sarah Hirsch, Max Hirschfelder, Amelia Kahn, Michael H. Lieb, Rose S. Lewis, John T. Lupatin, Alexis Melanie Moros, Harold Passval, Saul Paul, Anna Peck, Aaron Richards, Joseph I. Sanders, Louis Silverstein, Faye Staffen, Peter Steiner, Moses Soltzer, James Clinton Taylor, Elise Wasserman, Rose Wieger, and Charles Wilson. We remember as well those who perished in the Holocaust as we turn now to page 134. Please rise if you are able as we join together in the Mourner's Kaddish. Yitzgadal v'yitzgadash shemei Rabbah, ve'alma divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei, ve'chayechon uvyomechon u'v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'v'yizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mivorach Leolam Ulomei Almaya. Yitzbarach V'yishtabach V'yitar V'yitromam V'yitnaseh V'yithadar V'yitale V'yithalal Shemei D'Kudsha B'richu. Le'ela Min Kol Birchata V'shirata Tushbechata V'nechemata D'amiran Be'alma V'imru Amen. Yehei Shlama Rabbah Min Shemaya V'chayim Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael V'imru Amen. Oseh Shalom Bimromav Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael V'imru Amen. May the source of peace and peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved. And let us say, Amen. Please be seated. It is my pleasure at this time to call upon Jill Cantor, a member of the Board of Trustees and flag distributor extraordinaire, to offer Shabbat greetings and announcements. There you go. Oh, I need to put this on you. Wait a minute. Just pin it on your lapel. Actually, that lapel.
Lapel?
No, this lapel. Okay, this lapel.
Okay. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, it's my pleasure to welcome you to our Erev Simchat Torah Service. Our annual Trachtenberg Lecture will take place next Friday, October 13th at 8 p.m. We'll host Congregation Adas Amuno for Shabbat services, and our lecturer, Rabbi Barry Schwartz, will speak on the blessing of doubt, Jewish agnosticism. Our first Biyachad breakfast of the fall will feature guest presenter Rabbi Deborah Prinz on Sunday, October 15th at 10:30 a.m. Her topic is Jews on the Chocolate Trail. For more information and the registration link, see the weekly email. Stories from a Jewish Perspective returns on Tuesday evenings starting October 10th at 8 p.m. The weekly course is led by its participants on a rotating basis. To join the mailing list and get copies of the stories, please contact Linda Postcancer. Lunch and Learn with Rabbi Serbu will begin on Wednesday, October 11th at noon. This year, we'll study the biblical prophets and their message of justice and modern texts that continue the legacy of the prophets. Bring your own lunch, and we'll provide the coffee and tea. Also, on Wednesday, October 11th, join us for fun and games in the social hall from 1:30 to 4:30. Come play canasta, bridge, and other games with your family and friends. You can call the office to register for a table. Flyers are available in the lobby. There's more. Finally,
It's color-coded.
it's color-coded, but why wouldn't I read that?
Because we'll get to it next week.
Okay.
It's fine.
Okay. Finally, Cantor Tillam leads Growing Through Grief, a bereavement support group for those who have had recent or acute mourning loss and grief. The next meetings will be held on Wednesdays at 5 p.m. on October 11th and 18th. The Tuesday sessions will start at 7 p.m. on October 24th. Thank you to this evening's volunteers in the live stream control booth. Doug and Nikki Falk are at the controls this evening. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. So in addition to Doug and Nikki, who are at the controls in the live stream control room today, Rebecca Gomez was our roving camera person, and Amanda Eastman was our roving, supervisor, making sure it was all working correctly, and maybe it even was. So you can post in the chat or comment section of the live stream platform if you thought we did a nice job. If you thought we didn't do a nice job, keep it to yourself. And we have some thank yous to offer right now. So first, let us turn to our musicians. Thank you to our musicians. You guys did a fabulous job. And Thomas Ascio, our accompanist as always. Richard Bookbinder always loves sharing Simchat Torah music with us. And Richard, tell us the name of our guest musician.
Mary Rose Schneider.
Okay, Mary Rose Schneider, and welcome to you. Thank you so much. Now we have some thank yous because in just a minute we are about to enjoy the candy bar. So the candy bar, as always, was coordinated by Joy Furshine, and only Joy Furshine could somehow figure out how to coordinate a candy bar and be in Maryland at the same time, but she did. So our in-house coordinators were Ellie Cohn and Rachel Eastman. It was just the two of you? All right, so we thank Rachel and Ellie for coming early this evening to set up the candy bar, and thank you to all of our honorees. And be sure to look at the confirmation gift in the hallway. And then I have one last announcement. So to all of our religious school families and pre-religious school families, We have a series of programs that we've started this year called Emeth Kesher. It is to help make sure our young families stay connected to the temple. And on October 22nd, which is just about 2 weeks away, at about noon, we have to get the details ironed out, but right after religious school ends at 11:30, at about noon, we're going to have lunch and head to the Mevo farm in Mawa. Yes? Did I say something wrong? No. Okay. We're going to... I'm confused. We're having lunch together, right? Okay. And Barbara, what are you telling me to say? Oh, thanks, Stacy, for dinner. Okay. We were talking about lunch. Okay, so October 22nd, lunch, and then we're going to a real live farm. It is not a farm that has animals, but it is a kind of farm that has a lot of agricultural equipment, including tractors and other cool stuff. And we're being asked, it is a volunteer community farm, we are being asked to help out with the farming. And so as Temple Emeth families, we are going to go up to the Mevo farm in Mawa and help out and learn a little something about nature and where our food comes from at the same time. And many people enjoyed a potluck dinner this evening. Raise your hand if you potlucked with us before services. Okay, it's over half the group. And so, on behalf of everyone who raised their hand and everyone else who appreciates all she does like me, round of applause for Stacy Butler who put our dinner together. Okay, so I think that concludes the announcements. It has been a heck of a service. So I'm so glad you joined us. Please, when the service is over, return your copy of Mishkan Tefillah for Youth to that table in the corner of the social hall. And kids, I'm going to give you advice. Don't be a chazer, okay? A chazer is Yiddish for pig. Okay, and my grandfather told me this when there was lots of food around and plenty of food to share, and I didn't need to hoard it for myself, because that's the case right now. He would say, don't be a chazer. And my father must have been listening because he would say the same thing. So in just a minute, we're going to conclude our service, and the candy bar will be open, and there will be lots of good sweets to eat. But take my grandfather's advice, and my father's advice, and my advice. Don't be a chazer. Share the candy with everybody. There should be plenty to go around. We turn to one another, and as we conclude our service, we say Chag Sameach and Shabbat Shalom.